welcome to my channel, EmpressKateTarot. We're going to be discussing how do we communicate for those of you that have commented your person as well as your own sun, Mercury, and rising signs, okay? So this is for the couple with the person that has a Taurus sun, Taurus, Mercury, Sagittarius rising, and your person of interest has a Gemini sun, Taurus, Mercury, and Leo rising. So how do you guys communicate? I would say effectively. You guys, you have no issue with communicating with each other in regards to what needs to be said, but where I would see some tension building or some friction happening would be when you guys have a difference of opinion. So because you both are Taurus and Mercury, and you're both very, strong in your ways, you're going to be very set in your opinion, you're going to be very set in what you think, but doesn't mean that you won't hear the other person out. But when it's your way of thinking, it's kind of hard to shift perspective for you to both be able to mesh. Does that make sense? So, for instance, you feel as if your person did you wrong because they didn't hear you out all the way. And they feel like they didn't have to hear you out all the way because what you were speaking on wasn't relevant to them. So now we have an argument here, right? Where you're just trying to get this person to understand that they disrespected you or they made you feel small. And in their mind, they're thinking, well, it wasn't a big deal. I don't know why you're hung up on this. So now we have to try and the issue with your communication would be how to get each other to understand each other's perspective. And it's okay to agree to disagree, but to just simply understand where the other person is coming from. And I feel like that's where you guys may have a little bit of confrontation or some friction there. But with your Sagittarius and your Leo rising, I think that overall you both have an over-the-top personality. Sometimes you can, I feel like the person who has a Leo rising can be a little bit needy in attention, and the person who is a Sagittarius rising, you're like the social butterfly of the room. Even though you could be introverted, when you get around certain social settings, you tend to, be very gregarious. Sorry, this is bothering me. Okay. Sorry, I don't know why, but this is just super bothering me. But either way, it's not about my hair, it's about you guys. So from what I'm seeing here is that when it comes to communication, you guys have an issue with being able to see each other's perspective and understanding it and then moving on. Now, if you guys can get to that, I feel like it takes you a long time before you get there. There's a lot of back and forth trying to understand the other person, and I feel like for some of you probably get frustrated because you feel as if you've been repeating yourself. So I'm going to pull some cards on this. But the Taurus and Gemini sun, I feel like that's also where you guys may bump heads as well, because the Gemini can be, one way this way, the next day a whole nother person. And Taurus, you guys are all about stability and commitment and, say what you mean and mean what you say. And the Gemini that you're dealing with can forget that they've said that one time, and you're like, but you said this. So let's dive in. I'm going to pull a card for you and a card for them. So yeah, like I said, you guys get very frustrated when it comes to communication. You guys try to avoid arguments at all costs. Or I feel like it's hard for you guys to have the big conversations because of that miscommunication or that misunderstanding more so. And the crazy part is 9 times out of 10, you guys are kind of saying the same thing, but because you're more focused on how you feel about it, that's where it kind of messes things up. Because it's like, well, this is how I feel and this is what I think. Okay, but how does your person feel? How do they think? From what I've pulled here, I feel like the person you're dealing with, they feel like anything they say can and will be held against them in the court of your law, okay? And you're feeling like you're this close to walking away. Because I feel like when it comes to you guys communicating, it's hard for you to stay on the same page. It's like, I'm trying to get you to understand, and they're trying to get you to understand, or if they don't care to talk about it, they won't talk to you about it at all. And that's another thing that bothers you. So it has you wondering, should you leave? Should you stay? And this person is like, I'm just stressed out all over. So I hope that this helps. Maybe if you guys could sit down and be like, I'm not trying to get you to think the way I think. I just want you to understand how I came to this thought process. And maybe it will help alleviate some pressure between you two. Okay? Let's see. I'll pull an outcome card for you guys to see where this connection is headed, just to kind of give you a sense of direction here. Damn. I'm sorry. What's this song? Storm by John Vinyl. So listen to that, because I feel like you guys are still in control of where this goes, but you're also in control of allowing this to go where it seems where it's destined to go right now. So the Three of Swords here, I feel like you guys may have said some things to hurt each other, intentionally, not intentionally, and I feel like you guys are kind of on thin ice right now. So if you guys are going to have a conversation, you guys need to have a safe word where it's like, okay, it's like, not pineapples, of course, but you can be like, chill, or trees, or I don't know, candle, whatever calms your senses for both of you. Use that word, and that safety word might help you be able to, you know, break the conversation when it's getting tense and be able to start over again. Okay? See you guys. Check in with me next week for another topic.